this league. Cavs, Knicks, coming up next on 2K Sports. Now, New York starting five. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at center. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night.
Of all the accolades James Harden has racked up, what do you think he'll be most remembered for, Clark?
You mean aside from his beard, which is pretty impressive as well as his game? I mean, I think his scoring ability, the way he did it, he was one of the first to really kind of master that step-back three against good defense. His ability to get to the rim, draw fouls, and make plays for others. I think all of that is part of what we will remember about James Harden.
Here's Brunson after Cleveland's three-pointer on the other end. Gets the three ball to go.
Nice job of setting himself up for that shot right there. Anunoby knocking down the three.
Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Brunson against Harden. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. And let's use this time to take a look at the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, James Harden.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
Now here's Brunson, an important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Towns passes to Brunson. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
When he gets near the basket, Brunson can do some major damage.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns brings for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam, sponsored by AT&T. Outside Strus. Harden from outside, on target from range. Harden's got 6 points. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Length, size, touch. That's how Towns just dominates you inside.
Pass to Mobley. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and the layup falls.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brunson. Bridges, left side. That won't go. This is his first shot of the game.
Well, he's a really good shooter. Got a good look from medium range, and I think they'll go back to that.
Here's Anunoby. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Cleveland has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Now here's a look at the best passers in the league. James Harden third.
He has a great eye for where to send the ball. And you know his teammates love playing with an unselfish guy like him.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we've got a line change for Cleveland. Here's a look at some stats for Jalen Brunson. So for the Knicks, Towns comes in for Achua, and Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Harden against Brunson. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a hunger to Mobley's game. That's how he beats the defense to the rebound.
Evan Mobley out there with Kenyon Martin. Then it's Larry Nance. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Harden in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Nance. And it's Merrill in for Martin. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hayden's checked in for Alvarado. 6 to shoot. And Harden with the slam.
Surgical precision from Harden, demonstrating his sick handles one more time.
Now Brunson. Clarkson finds Brunson. Footer. Rebounded by James Harden.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I am happy to be a part of it. Guys, back over to you.
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. And the Cavaliers with possession here. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Harden scanning the floor. Wide open. Again, Cleveland scores.
He's come to expect great passing from Harden. He's got a reputation for finding open guys.
Pass to Towns. Lets the 3 fly. And again, New York with the triple.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Wade, he's checked in for the Cavs. Strus comes in for Hunter. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby comes in for Payton. And it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Harden can't hit.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Strus against Anunoby. Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
Here's Wade. He's covered by Hart. Wade, that's good. Wade's got 5 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Brunson outside. The rebound by Allen. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Up top, Harden. Anunoby covering. Merrill outside. On the wing, Strus. Three-pointer, Harden. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
A proven score. When Harden gets into a flow like this, he can pile up the points.
Brunson looks it over. Over Strus. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's New York, leading by 6 as we wrap up. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They've led by as many as 11. On the floor for New York. They've got Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Hart. New York working the ball around now. Here's Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Three-pointer, Harden. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Harden has been lethal from outside for a long time. Add another to the career total.
Here's Brunson. It's Hart on the wing, covered by Mobley. 6 on the shot clock. Hart is good for 3. Hart's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
Harden against Brunson. Out to the right wing. Here's Merrill. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Brunson. Out to Bridges. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Outside Strus. Back to Harden. The 3. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Here's Harden. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 5. Hart with it. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 3-pointer off the mark.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Merrill passes to Harden. Stolen by Bridges. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Now here's Harden. 19 points in the game. Mobley outside. Brunson against Harden. Allen with a screen on Brunson. The drive by Harden. Here's Allen. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
The playmaking of Harden just continues to evolve. He's so crafty with his passes.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Nance, he's checked in for Allen. Wade comes in for Evan Mobley. Martin, he's checked in for Strus. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Merrill. A big group substitution here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Hart. Clarkson's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Bridges. Martin, oh, a special move before that shot. Martin's got 6.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Achua. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Brunson. Ooh, Brunson. Silky touch. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Harden from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Nance.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
The Knicks making a switch here. McBride's checked in. Now here's McBride. He's got 5. Clarkson, right side. Shot clock at 6. He shoots it. And it's New York with another.
And nice work by Clarkson, picking up the wide-open guy. He scans the floor and sees the opportunity.
Fires the 3. And Cleveland another 3.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, he's stacking up 3s the way he is. I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's the Knicks. They lead by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for New York. They've got Kenyon Martin, Evan Mobley out there with Larry Nance. Then it's James Harden, and it's Hunter in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Harden, the pass to Mobley. Got it.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
And Alvarado gets it to go.
Brunson really gifted when it comes to orchestrating the offense. Always plays at his own pace, under control. He's a top-tier passer, too.
Now here's Harden. Nance the screen. Harden the pass to Nance. Cleveland working the ball around now. And there's Hunter on the assist by Mobley.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Towns, he sticks the fadeaway jumper.
And, you know, you look at that form and release. Towns is as capable as they come from the mid-range.
For the Cavaliers, Jared Allen, he's checked in for Nance. Strus comes in for Martin. And it's Merrill in for Hunter. New York also changing it up. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. And it's Bridges in for Alvarado. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points in the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now Towns. Doing some work on the interior.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
Harden against Brunson, and it's Harden penetrating. Yes, sir!
And what can't this guy do? Mobley with a massive bucket.
And here's Brunson. Inside goes Brunson. Hard. It's money from deep.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Outside Strus. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Harden fires. And yes, sir! Matching three-pointers. Wow!
When you really need a score, Harden usually finds a way.
Allen against Brunson. Here's Anunoby. Oh, off target from downtown. Brunson against Harden. Allen with a screen on Brunson. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
Outside Bridges. Now Towns.
It's been great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Brunson against Harden. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Strus buries it from outside. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Here's Brunson. Now Anunoby. Let's loose for three. Allen rips down the board. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Harden. the lead. Yes, sir!
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
I think this has to be a lob close enough to the basket so you can tip it in. No time for a catch and shoot.
The Cavaliers who come out on top. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games.
James, when a game gets close down the stretch like this one did, talk about the mentality this team has to have.
Time to lock in. Time to lock in and get stops when we need.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.